Hello viewers, this is Wagda Ronald taking you through this tutorial for O-level mathematics, and this tutorial you're going to talk about questions on pie chart which were left in the previous video. Now this video is suitable for students in senior 2, so if you know of any students who's in senior 2, please share the link of this video with them, such as via social media platforms, so that they can also benefit. Now these are the very questions I left in the previous video. So question 1 came from UNEB 2015, paper 1 question 3. Then question 2 came from UNEB 2008, paper 1 question 2. And question 3 came from UNEB 2003, paper 1 question 9. Question 4 from UNEB 1997, paper 2 question 7. And lastly question 5 from UNEB 1987, paper 2 question 9. So those are the questions I left in the previous video, so I believe by now you're ready to try them out and ready to mark yourself and check your progress. Now we shall start with question 1, and question 1 says the pie chart below represents the subjects taught by 45 science teachers. Then determine the number of teachers who teach mathematics. So the number of teachers who teach mathematics. I think we realize that the angle corresponding to mathematics is not given, but what we know that the total of all the angles must add up to 360. So what you are going to do, we shall come here and say that the quantity for mathematics in degrees will be equal to 360 minus the total of the angles given. So the angles given are 112, 72, 80. So 112, 72, and 80, when you add them up, you come up with 360 minus 264, and in the end you'll come up with 96. So 96 is the angle corresponding to mathematics. So now we know the angle corresponding to mathematics, and we know the total sum of all quantities, which is 45 teachers. We can come and get the number of teachers who teach mathematics only by saying number of teachers who teach mathematics only will be equal to the corresponding angle of the sector, which is 96 degrees, over the total angle, which is 360, multiplied by the sum of all the quantities, which is 45. And when I use a calculator, I'll come up with 12 teachers who teach mathematics. So basically that's what they wanted in question 1. Now let's see how marks can be awarded. So M1 is for this, B1 is for getting the angle, M1 is for this, and A1 is for getting the answer which they want. So now we shall go to question 2, and question 2 says the pie chart represents yields of beans from 3 fields A, B, and C. If the total yield of beans was 300 sacks, calculate the number of sacks got from field C. So still you can realize that field C has no corresponding angle, so the first thing to do is to get the corresponding angle by saying 360 minus the total of 120 and 150. So when we do that, we shall come up with the quantity of field C in degrees being equal to 360 minus, in brackets, 120 plus 150 to give you 360 minus 270, which will end up to be 90 degrees. So the angle corresponding to C will be 90 degrees. Now that we know the angle corresponding to C and know the total, which is 300, we shall come here and say that the number of sacks from field C will be equal to 90 over 360 multiplied by the 300, which is the total, to come up with 75 sacks. So basically that's what they wanted in question 2. Now let's see how marks can be awarded. So M1 is for this, and B1 is for this, M1 is for this, and A1 is for that. So basically that's how the 4 marks could come about. Now we shall go to question 3, and question 3 says the pie chart below shows the fruits popularly sold in a daily supermarket in Kampala. If 420 apples were sold on a given day, determine part A, Roman 1, the total number of fruits that were sold that day, and Roman 2, how many mangoes were sold that day. So when you look at apple has an angle of corresponds to an angle of 54 degrees. So 54 degrees corresponds to 420. What we shall do, we shall come here and say that let X be the total number of fruits that were sold that day. Therefore it means that the quantity for apples sold will be 54 degrees over 360 multiplied by the total, which is X, to give you the 420 apples which were sold that day. Now when I cross multiply, I'll come up with 54x being equal to 420 multiplied by 360, and when I make x the subject, I'll come up with x being equal to 2,800 fruits. So basically that's what they wanted in part A, total number of fruits sold that day. Now we shall go to Roman 2. Roman 2 say that how many mangoes were sold that day. So mangoes, I think we realize that now we don't have the corresponding angle for mangoes. What we are going to do, we are going to first get the total of these three, 96 plus 120 plus 54. After getting the total, we shall get the remainder by saying 360 minus this total to come up with the angle corresponding to 90 degrees. I think let's first do that. So we shall come and say that quantity for mangoes in degrees will be 360 minus, open brackets, 54 plus 120 plus 96 to come up with 360 minus 270, which will give you 90 degrees. So that now that I've got the angle corresponding to mangoes, and we know the total number of fruits, which is 2,800, we shall come here and say that now the number of mangoes sold that day will be equal to 90 over 360 multiplied by the total, which is 2,800, to come up with 700 mangoes. So basically that's what they wanted in part A and part B. Now let's see how much can be awarded. So A1 is for this, M1 is for that, A1 is for that, M1 is for this substitution, and A1 is for the output. So basically that's how the 4 marks could be awarded. Now we shall go to question 4, and question 4 says the pie chart shows the percentage of people living in 3 LC1 zones, that's zone 1, zone 2 and zone 3 of a certain village. The sector representing people living in zone 2 is 18%, while the one representing those living in zone 1 is 42%. So this is 18% for zone 2, 42% for zone 1. If the number of people living in zone 3 is 240, find part Roman 1 the population of the village, and Roman 2 the number of people who live in zone 1. Now here something different is that they have given, instead of giving us the magnitudes in terms of angles, we now have in terms of percentages. So this time we are not going to say the total is 360, but instead we are going to say that the total is 100, because percentage, the total will always be 100. That is the trick they made in this question to be different from the ones we have been doing. So what you are going to do, we are going to get the remaining percentage by saying 100 minus 42 minus the sum of 42 and 18, and I think let's first do that. So just that let x be the population of the village, then the quantity of zone 3 in percentages will be 100 minus 42 plus 18, which will be 100 minus 60 to come up with 40%. So now that we know the percentage for zone 3 and know the quantity for zone 3 is 240, we shall come here and say that 40%, which is 40 over 100 multiplied by x, will be equal to 240, and when we cross multiply we shall come up with 40x equal to 240 multiplied by 100, and when I make x the subject, it will be 600 people. So the total population of the village will be 600. So that was Roman 1. Now let's go to Roman 2. Roman 2 says that find the number of people who live in zone 1. So when you look at zone 1 has a corresponding percentage of 42. So shall come here and say that number of people in zone 2 will be equal to 42 over 100 multiplied by 600 to come up with 252 people, and basically that's what they wanted in Roman 1 and Roman 2. Now let's see how much can be awarded. So M1 is for this, A1 is for that, M1 is for this substitution, and A1 is for that. So basically that's how the 4 marks could come about. So now we shall go to question 5, and question 5 says, question 5 says that the pie chart above represents the number of students taking one subject from mathematics, physics and chemistry. Then they say that given that A plus 2B is equal to 150 degrees, and that the total number of students is 65, find the number of students taking each subject. So now here they have not given us in terms the degrees directly, but they've given us in terms of letters. So math is A, chemistry is 5A, and physics is 2B. But what we know that A plus 2B is equal to 150. That means that from here to here is 150, and the remaining one will be 360 minus 150. So we shall come here and say that A plus B is equal to 150, meaning that 2B is equal to 150 minus A. Therefore, the total quantity in degrees will be A plus 5A plus 2B. Remember, we have total quantity will be A plus 5A plus 2B, therefore which will be equal to 360. And when I substitute for 2B, I'll come up with A plus 5A plus 150 minus A to give me 360. I think we just see that now I have only one unknown, which is A. So when I simplify, I come up with 5A plus 150 is equal to 360. And when I take this to the other side, I'll come up with 5A being equal to 210. And when I make A the subject, it will be 42 degrees. So now I've been able to get the value of A, which is 42 degrees. So now that I've got the value of A, I can now get the number of students for math. Number of students for math will be equal to A over 360. Remember that math is shown by A, so A over 360 multiplied by the total, which is A over 360 times 60. And because I know that A is 42, I come and substitute 42 over 360 times 60 to come up with 7 students. What about the number of students for chemistry? Number of students for chemistry is represented by 5A. So I come and say that chemistry will be 5A over 360 times 60 to come up with 5 times 42 over 360 times 60 to come up with 35 students. Then I'll go to the ones for physics. Ones for physics will be 2B, but remember we saw that 2B is equal to 150 minus A, so it will be 150 minus A over 360 times 60. When I substitute, I'll come up with 18 students. So basically that's what they wanted in this question, because they wanted to find the number of students taking each subject. So we have got the number of students for math, for chemistry, and for physics. So now let's see how marks can be awarded. For this slide, which has M1 will be for that part, M1 will be for this division, and MA1 will be for you to get the angle A. Then when you go to the next slide, B1 will be for the one students for maths, B1 for students for chemistry, and B1 for students for physics. So basically that's how the 6 marks could be awarded. Okay, so thank you for watching, and be reminded that the next video will be on parameters for ungrouped data. Still this, so if you have not yet subscribed, please click on the subscribe button below this video so that you can receive updates when the next video on parameters for ungrouped data has been uploaded. Otherwise, thank you for watching, and also if you know of any student who's not on this platform, please share the link of this video with them via social media platforms like Facebook and WhatsApp, so that we can all benefit as a family.